Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sanch, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. As I promised from the last video, we're going to do a breakdown of Shaun Clarida's prejudging footage from the 2024 Mr. Olympia prejudging, like I said, his individual routine. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up. We're going to watch it all the way through. It's only about 50 seconds, and then we'll go through shot for shot and explain why I think he may not be winning this year's 212 Olympia title. Now, right off the bat, you can tell he's pretty conditioned. He's got a lot of striations, very vascular. He definitely came in shape. That's not a question here. The one thing I will say is he does look small compared to the other guys. So maybe he just hasn't filled up as much as he should or needs to. Maybe he needs to fill out more for finals. But essentially, unless it's a very close battle, from what I've heard from Steve and Tyler, is that the prejudge or the finals isn't particularly judged as much as the finals is. The prejudging or the finals is essentially just used as a confirmation round if needed. So essentially, if you lose in prejudging, you lose the show. So we're gonna go through shot for shot, give you guys an idea of what we're seeing here. But essentially, I do not think Shaun Clarida is going to be winning this title back this year. Now let's go ahead and start off with the front lat spread. He does skip the front double. It's not particularly a great shot for him. He's very blocky when you look at how narrow his clavicles are from the front. The shoulders, he's just not very wide, and it definitely does hurt his presentations. It does hurt him side by side next to these other guys like Kareth Baggio, Keon Pearson. Angel Calderon's a little more narrow, but still quite wide compared to Shaun Clarida. So it's definitely hurting him in this shot and essentially all these shots. Okay, so now he comes into the front double. Not a bad shot. The midsection's pretty washed out, not a lot of detail. The chest is kind of sunk in because of the lats are so overdeveloped and the chest is underdeveloped. The arms are phenomenal. I'd say the delts are a little underdeveloped. The triceps are great. I mean, the guy is capped out. You really can't improve much more here. He's put on so much muscle. Although his weight cap, he has a lot more room to grow in terms of the weight cap. The body itself is, I mean, he's pushing, he's firing on all cylinders. The legs, I would say, need to come up. And then we've already talked about the midsection. It's just not very detailed. And I think that is hurting him a lot when they're really looking for the detail in these shots. So from I missed it by just a second. From the side chest here, very hard to compare him. I would not be surprised if he drops to third here. Just not a lot of detail on the hamstrings, the quads. You can see the striations, but they're not very deep. There's not a lot of hard detail here. And he's getting outsized by a lot of guys in this lineup. And everyone's on. I didn't really see anyone significantly off. Angel looked a little soft, but maybe just from a couple shots here and there. You can get a better shot here. You can see the glutes. Not very hard, but you can see the striations. I mean, I don't know if that's a genetic thing, just having those sharp Keon glutes, Derek Lunsford-esque glutes, but it's just not there. You're not really seeing it. You can see a little bit of the detail in the lower back. The hamstrings as well. As he opens up that lat spread. There's a lot of detail. He's just missing the width, and that's what hurts him here compared to the other guys. Alone, he looks phenomenal, but next to the others, there's definitely areas for improvement. Moving into the side chest, side tricep. One hand clasped on thigh, one hand on thigh, crab. Midsection looks a little bit better here, but still you can see some skin folding in the bottom. I'm not sure if that's how it's always been with him. I can't say I've been diving too much into Shaun's physique over the years. But he is very vascular, very on. I just think that he needs a little bit more pop. The skin, it's not skin wrapped around that muscle. You can see that in the quad. even if we move it around a little bit. All in all, I think this is definitely going to be a top 2, top 3 finish for Shaun Clarida. If he falls outside of that, I would be surprised. But let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below on your thoughts for Shaun Clarida coming out of Prejudging. I'm your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network. Thank you for watching this quick recap. Consider subscribing. Thanks to Old School Bodybuilding Clothing Company for the cool Olympia special hat, and Draga Pharma for sponsoring the Monday Morning Muscle podcast hosted by Tony O'Burton and myself. Check it out on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.